Hello everyone, I am Amrutha Langs and I work closely with students, parents to help them make thoughtful decisions about education, careers, and navigating the rapidly changing future of work, the careers, the job opportunities, the world. Over the past few years, one question has come up again and again in my conversations with many families. The question is, should our child go abroad for undergrad studies? Well, for a long time, the assumption was very simple. The student had the opportunity and the financial resources of going abroad at the age of 18. It was automatically considered the best possible choice. But today, the world is changing very rapidly, right? And we are living in a time of uncertainty, economic shifts, geopolitical tensions, uh, changing immigration policies, rising education costs, and increasing competition in job markets. And not just here or there, it's across many countries. And because of this, more and more parents and students are beginning to ask a deeper question. And I'm glad that this question is coming up. Is going abroad immediately after high school still the smartest decision, smartest strategy, or should we rethink the timing? So, in this video, I want to talk about this topic very honestly, very thoughtfully. I will try my level best to be as neutral as possible. I'm not here to say that studying abroad is wrong, nor am I saying do not go abroad. In fact, international education can be incredibly enriching when it is planned with clarity and the right long term strategy. But what I want to explore today is why blindly going abroad or simply following some trend at 18 can sometimes be a little risky decision, especially if the choice is being just driven by societal pressure, status symbol, or incomplete information. In this video, we are going to talk about financial realities. Families often underestimate them, the emotional maturity and challenges students can face when they move abroad. Remember, they're very young, right? And the challenging global immigration and job landscape, and most importantly, what a smarter and more thoughtful pathway could look like for students today. Remember, my goal is not to discourage global ambitions, it's simply to make you aware. So, let's begin by looking at why this decision deserves much deeper thought than it usually receives. Let me say something uncomfortable. Going abroad at 18 is not automatically a smart decision. And for many students, it is financially, emotionally, and many times strategically risky. Remember, I am not anti abroad, but I am anti blind decisions. Right now, there is a social narrative. If you stay in India, you're settled, and if you go abroad, you have made it. The narrative is outdated, I would say. Many students choose foreign undergrad because friends are going, relatives are abroad, social media kind of glamorizes it, and parents see it as status. Obviously, there are many agents who push it aggressively. Remember, career decisions cannot be driven by social optics. Undergrad abroad can cost anywhere between 80 lakhs to 1.5 crore total. Living costs rising annually, currency fluctuations, hidden insurance and housing expenses. Now, let's also look at the global situation realistically. Over the last few years, immigration policies across major study destinations have been changing quite rapidly. Now, for example, in the United States, immigration and work visa rules are becoming tighter and tighter and more competitive. Getting a job after graduation Well, it's not impossible, but it is definitely becoming more and more challenging than it used to be earlier. We all are also aware of the UK policies around international students and dependents. They have been changing quite frequently. This definitely creates a lot of uncertainty for families who are making long term education investments. We also know the rules for work visa permits. It's getting difficult. Well, in Australia, Canada as well, the job market has become more competitive for international graduates, especially in certain fields where local hiring preferences do exist. Now, this doesn't mean that studying abroad is a bad decision, but it does mean something very, very important. Families must stop making these decisions based purely on trends, social media, family pressure, or peer pressure. No, it can't be that way. Education today has to be a strategic decision, not just an aspirational one. It has to depend on what your goals are, what your strengths are, your weaknesses, your likes, your dislikes, and all these factors shouldn't simply depend on your friends or your society or your social status. No, can't be made that way. At 18, your child has no guarantee of post study work stability. So, is this investment backed by a clear ROI plan or simply hope? Um, I'm also going to say something. Remember, see, 17 and 18-year-olds are still forming their identity. Moving abroad also means cultural shock, loneliness, academic pressure, financial anxiety, no immediate support system. Some do thrive, definitely. Many silently struggle. And many a times, what parents see are only the filtered Instagram stories. And remember, independence without inner stability can become isolation, right? I work with a lot of students, and I have seen at 18, most of them have zero clarity. So, choosing degrees simply just based on rankings, visa pathways, popular majors, or peer influence. But the world is shifting fast, and undergrad abroad without clarity leads to changing majors, which is expensive, delayed graduation, extra tuition fees, visa complications. See, geography cannot compensate for lack of direction. Policies do shift every few years. Post study work rules tighten, scholarships become competitive, employers are preferring citizens during downturns, and geopolitical tensions, like what it is currently, restrict the mobility and make it unpredictable. Your degree does not automatically secure your residency, remember that. So, if the long term plan depends entirely on staying abroad, it is a high risk strategy today. So, you need to plan it wisely, you need to take the decision thoughtfully and mindfully, and then move ahead accordingly. Remember, again, I am not saying do not go abroad. I am saying go with timing, go with clarity, go with a clear plan, right? See, smarter models should include a strong undergrad foundation in India, skill stacking during undergrad, international internships, exchange semesters, masters abroad with clarity. I'm not saying again don't go for undergrad, but go only if you have your clarity, you know exactly what you want to study, what you want to achieve, then definitely you can even go for your undergrad. But it needs to be planned wisely, and then it will lower the financial risk. Obviously, when you go at a higher age, there is better maturity, better clarity. Mobility is powerful when, I would say, timed correctly. See, it makes sense if you have major scholarships, you have clear academic direction, you are entering niche programs which are unavailable in India. you have family stability in your country, in that country. You also understand immigration realities, you understand the work permit rules, you understand scholarships available. So remember, all of this is a strategy and not status. Going abroad is not wrong. Going blindly is. At 18, the goal is not escape. The goal is foundation, right? And in today's crazy geopolitical climate, stability and clarity are competitive advantages. If you are considering sending your child abroad for undergrad, first ask this: are we choosing this out of our vision or out of social pressure? And remember, the smartest career decisions are rarely the loudest ones. Before we end this video, I want to share one perspective that I often discuss with students. Well, at 17 or 18 years of age, you are not just choosing a country or a university. If you ask me, you are choosing the environment in which you will be growing into adulthood. The people around you, the academic culture, the kind of questions you are encouraged to ask, the challenges you face, all of these things shape the way you think about the world and about your own self. So the real question is not just where should I study, the deeper question is what kind of person do I want to become in the next 5 years, in the next 10 years. Sometimes that journey may begin abroad, sometimes it can begin here, sometimes it may begin somewhere really close to your home. Remember, the pathways can lead to remarkable outcomes if they are chosen consciously. Remember, your education is not a race, it is a process of building capability, judgment, resilience, and those qualities are not created by geography alone. They are created by curiosity, discipline, and the willingness to keep learning, right? Learning is forever. So, whenever or wherever you choose to study, always remember this: the value of your education will not be decided by the passport stamp on your degree. It will be decided by how deeply you engage with what you learn and how thoughtfully you apply it in the real world. Thank you for being part of this conversation. And if discussions like this help you think more clearly about education and careers, do stay connected for more such insights. Thank you so much. This is me, Amrutha Langs, signing off. I'll see you in the next video.